Police say they've arrested a 36-year-old man in connection with first-degree arson of a historic synagogue in Duluth, Minnesota. But they don't believe he was provoked by hate.
We don't have an indication that there was a motive of hate in this. It may change.
This despite photos like this on the suspect's Facebook page. The Duluth fire chief says the fire's origin was outside the building and no accelerant was used.
That's usually an indication of people's intent if they want to start a fire. Accelerants are usually a common theme that we would find.
The FBI says a hate crime is a traditional offense like murder, arson, or vandalism with an added element of bias.
There has to be evidence that the individual or individuals acted with that motivation, right? That they were targeting a specific place or a specific person because of who they were or what that institution represents.
The majority of anti-Semitic incidents in 2018 were harassment and vandalism, similar to years past.
A hate crime is targeting you not because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time or because you have something that somebody wants. It's targeting you because of who you are. That's particularly pernicious in a democracy. And secondly, it doesn't just affect you as a victim, it affects the entire community from which you come.
Incidents like this have Jewish communities on edge. Minnesota alone saw 28 anti-Semitic incidents last year, putting it near the top third of states seeing these crimes. The Anti-Defamation League says hate crimes against Jews have been rising since 2013. While 2018 saw about 100 fewer hate crimes than 2017, the number was still up 48% overall since 2016.
We're on an upward trajectory in almost every category that matters.
ADL Regional Director Daron Ezekson says hate crimes are substantially underreported.
We know that there are impediments both in terms of law enforcement and the communities who are targeted. That means that the statistics we have represent actually, we believe, a minority of the cases that actually occur. There are incidents every minute of every day that are expressions of hate that don't rise to the level of crime, and yet we need to understand those as well.
These crimes have overwhelmingly occurred either in public areas or schools. Ezekson says Americans need to take their role in this discussion seriously, and that includes treating each other's opinions with respect.
How can we, after all, exercise our freedom, which is a core freedom in America, that we can think however we think. We're right, and we have a right to disagree. But that doesn't mean the person with whom we disagree is illegitimate. It doesn't justify hate. It's when you take those disagreements and you say that people are illegitimate because of the opinions they hold, that we get into a very dangerous, slippery slope where some percentage of the population is then going to feel they're justified doing violence. And that's what unfortunately we're seeing with increasing frequency.